always grew up in a Christian home, but that never really seemed to protect me. I gave my life to Christ at the age of 5, but it seems like things always just got a lot harder. In the same year, my parents got divorced, and my dad got remarried very quickly to a very abusive woman. I found myself having to grow up very quickly in order to try and protect my 1-year-old sister. I really felt like it was on my shoulders to try and protect us while staying at their house. It became very clear that my dad cared more about his own interests and his own life than he did about the welfare of me and my sister. But no matter what he put us through, I always had this really deep longing to please him. And then I thought that if I could achieve well in my academics and everything else that I did, maybe he'd notice me and accept me. But that never happened. I was diagnosed with depression in grade 9, and I just felt very much like nothing I'd ever done was ever good enough for him, and so nothing I would ever do would be good enough for myself. And during that time, I felt so alone and just so much like nothing that I could ever do and nothing that I could ever be would be worthy of anything. And although I still believed in God, I felt like the hole that I was in was too deep for him to ever be able to reach me. A friend of mine invited me to a youth camp that her church was throwing called Into the Sun. And as much as I wasn't really interested, I just felt a prompting to go. And I'll never forget the first time stepping foot there in Jeffreys Bay. I was just immediately released of any rejection that I felt. I was not concerned about trying to please anyone or win anyone over. I just immediately just felt an acceptance from God. And with every night that passed and with every session that we had, I was just starting to learn more about God, my Father, and that He's all I'll ever need in life. Coming home from Into the Sun, I was a completely different person. I was healed of my depression completely, and I really felt like a totally different Rachel. And since then, I mean, life is still really hard, and I still have my ups and downs. Having to battle with imperfections is an hourly battle. But I've really learned that my worth is found in God and in no one else, not even in my own opinion of myself. And so since then, it's been really cool. I've been having a lot more joy in my life. Looking back, I wouldn't want to change anything because it's really grown me as a person and matured my outlook on life. And I'm really grateful to God for the hope and the peace that He's given me through every situation. I'm Rachel Carlitz, and I'm living a changed life.